joking, does it matter? Is it ever okay for anyone outside that has any African American, not African American, but African genetic makeup in their DNA? Are they allowed to say it?
First, I want
I'll
to
say.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
I was going to say first, before we even get to the fact that this man decided he wanted to use the word nigga on air, can we talk about the fact that he said house nigga on air, as if what people fail to understand, and I guess I'm going to come off the comic and get on my soapbox for a minute. What people fail to understand is house slaves didn't have it easy either. You know, that's a common joke. Oh, you was inside, you wasn't outside.
You was learning to read.
Exactly, you was learning to read, and you was probably with the master wife too. To be honest,
Right.
But you know, they were under much more scrutiny being in the house. So the fact that you want to make political satirical comments about that,
But I think the way we use it is we use it in our community as like a negative connotation to other black people.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely.
Like if you're called that, that's an insult.
Yeah.
And to your point, it wasn't like it was a good thing either. It was better. I mean, it was like the tallest weed, as I like to say. It's not like it was good. It was just.
I was about to say, and it depends on what metrics you use. Because like I said, that means they were supervised more often, so they were more likely to get beat than somebody chilling out in the field, which they're not chilling.
I can't even say better, because a lot, especially the women, I'm sure they were in there getting raped and
beat and everything else. But you're right. How we use it, it's a insult. You know, you got it easy because you in the house, but it's like, so you think you that comfortable with us, Bill? That's what you gonna do?
Should he have lost his job?
No.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, me neither.
Nah.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at him.
I gave him a really look, like really?
Yeah.
That was about it for me though.
I don't know. I think I try to look to see where people are coming from. And some people, first of all, it's kind of hard for someone to use the nigga and be coming from like a hateful place. It can be disrespectful, but I'm talking about a hateful place. But if you're saying that nigger, then you're coming from a hateful place. Like that person is beneath you.
From the bowels.
Nobody has ever used ER in a playful way.
Even to this day, if I ever heard that, it still makes me cringe. Like when I ever hear the ER version, it makes me cringe. You know what I'm saying? It's just a completely different thing. You know, I'm not saying I do it now, but I've called my dog a nigga. I mean, I think to black folks, anything can be one. Like it don't have to be. It could be an item. It can be an inanimate object.
Right.
You know, it could be anything. It's not like a black person.
It's not.
I think most times when white people say it, they associate it with a black person, and that's why we feel so different about it. Like, because to me, it just doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Because I can call the microphone one.
You right.
So I don't know, but I just didn't think he was coming from a bad place. I think he was stupid for saying it, and he never apologizes for anything. He issued an apology.
No. So one of my friends from school was saying, you know, everybody's mad, but dude says stuff like this all the time anyway. Are we really shocked? It was like, this is what we decided to get mad at. It was like, guarantee you it's not the first time he said it.
But
he was allowed to get comfortable. And I say that because it's just one of those things to where, as a people, sometimes we allow certain people of other races to really ingratiate themselves within our culture and communities, and they kind of get a pass. So I'm quite sure him saying that on live TV, you know he's saying that in the circles that he travels.
Exactly. That was his first rodeo saying that word.
So Superhead, whoever he was, because I believe he had for those who don't know who that is, Corinne Stephens, if I'm not mistaken.
Google her.
I believe he had an intimate relationship, a long-time relationship with her. I think another black woman, and not. Yeah, definitely.
Superhead been with everybody.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, not trying to drag our black women, but saying that to say that it was actually stated from another black woman that, you know, that's not the first time he said it. So he uses that around her as well. So saying that to say when you allow certain races to get real comfortable. This is kind of like the outcome of that. Not saying that Bill Maher is a bad guy or whatever, but he's just indicative of what we allow.
So let me ask
we
you.
allowed it.
I agree with you. I 100% agree. I'm gonna ask you a question. Ask you guys a question. Do you think it's okay for them to say it, just not say it out loud? That's just stupid for them to say it out loud. And I'm not talking about the ER, because you know good and damn well if you listen, because every rap song that come out got the word in it. So if you think they not in their comforts of their home bleeping out their own, like, you think they bleeping themselves when they rap into the lyrics? Come on, or in their car?
Nah, they saying it. They saying it with a passion too.
Yeah,
I mean, they are. They are. They turn up on that specific word.
Like you go to a hip hop concert and they saying it.
Yo, so listen,
all the words
listen.
Like,
I just went to Chance the Rapper last week Wednesday in Greensboro, and I went with a group of friends, and it was this white girl I was real cool with. She rolled with us, and the DJ be playing all the different records before whoever the main act is come out, and she leans over to me and she goes, "Yo, Dom, can you hear how loud the N-word is every time it comes up in the song?"
She said the actual word?
No, she said she said the N-word because she's not comfortable saying it.
Yeah, okay.
She was like, "Do you hear how loud the N-word is? All right, think about that. Now, how many black people do you see next to us?" I was like, wow.
You like, yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of niggas in here.
Yeah. Exactly. We ain't paying for concert tickets.
But another point of view for me too. Like, I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm just tired of hearing the word period.
Yeah,
like,
so
black, white, or whatever. I'm just tired of hearing people say it. I don't even know how to use it anymore. Like, it makes me crazy at this point when I hear the N word. Like, why we still saying it? Like, why is it cool? Why we rapping about it? We getting offended about it? Like, stop.
So
I know people not going to stop using it, but I'm just tired of hearing it though.
Yeah, I think it's just originally the slang version was used to desensitize, like it took power away from the word. Because if you it always goes back. If you make fun of yourself, then how can you make fun of me? Like, if I make fun of myself, then you really can't.
And that's what a lot of defenders of still using the word say is like, first this word was used to degrade us. We took it back. Yeah. And now, since we're telling them they can't use it, we feel like we're in a space where nobody's supposed to use it.
But you hear that argument all the time. Well, why is it okay for you to say it? I mean, I don't even know how to respond to that, because that's something that you hear all the time when they'll say, well, why is it okay for you to say it? And you get mad.
Well, I'm going to say, my response has always been when it said, if I was ever asked that, because I've never been asked it, but my response would just be, because it's all right for me to say it. It's bottom line. Because I guess my thing is, and I say this because, not at the risk of sounding like uber, super, like Black Panther Party type thing, but a lot of white people, when they're asking that question, a lot of them, they know it. They know the answer to that question. They know the answers. More often than not, they're trying to bait you into some type of dialogue to try to water it down, to try to give them permission or a pass to say it. Know that they're going to say it anyway as soon as you turn your back.
Right.
But I've always stated that, certain things you just don't play around with in mixed company. Like, I'm not going to refer to any of my homeboys or anything like that
ever
in front of mixed company and say, hey, what up, nigga? No, I'm not going to do that.
That's so stupid. And in fact, I think everybody should just use it in the privacy of their own home. I don't think it ever, even for black folks, saying that out loud, like calling. I've seen them call white people that. Like, you see, go to. I mean, you could. It's just that's what I'm saying. It has no real malicious meaning behind it.
Right. But I'm gonna sound crazy for a minute. I almost think we as black people should say it in private, but I want white people to say it in public so I can know who's saying it.
Yeah.
I don't need to have you hiding it from me, but you think this, that, and the third behind, it's like, I'm cool with all the blacks. Like, no. I know what you actually want to say.
Right.
There's
I guess I'm just, the older I get, I kind of suspect that more often than not anyway.
True. That's also very true.
I'm turning to the old black man. Like, I kind of suspect that anyway, so I kind of already look at them kind of funny style, like I'm expecting it. So then I can allow myself to be pleasantly surprised when someone's not like that.
I will say with 99.9% confidence that every last Trump supporter has said the word multiple times, and the ones that was born in the '60s have said not the GA version, but the EA version, the ER version.
Oh yeah. Oh, they did. Yeah, they did probably.
I'll bet anything on it. I'll bet anything that anybody that voted for Trump has used that word
at some point.
At some point, like 100%. Even they kids that are like,
So now, question: we were kind of all in agreement that Bill Maher probably should not have lost his job over using that.
No.
Using that word. What about the guy from CNN who referred to? Well, his name is, I believe,
Reza.
Yeah, Reza Aslan, who referred to 45 as a piece of excrement, a piece of shit.
Oh, that's why I never knew what he said. That's why he got fired.
Yeah, he went on he was actually tweeting and he was talking about, I believe he was talking about the Muslim ban and some other things, just a lot of objection regarding how this administration, or should I call it more of a regime, how they've been trying to handle things.
So let me get this straight.
Actually referred to him as a piece of shit.
Oh, he said it on Twitter and got fired because of that?
Yeah, that's what the actual article stated, because they were talking about how it's pretty much a double standard. It says Time Warner displays systemic white privilege by firing Reza Aslan and retaining Bill Maher.
So let me get this straight.
Now Time Warner actually owns HBO and CNN, which is really ironic, considering they own both. One was fired and one was retained.
So let me get this straight. Someone who's employed by a news agency was fired for speaking facts.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, say one lie.
They wanted that fake news.
God.
Alternative facts.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
That's
but
rough.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I wish that word would go away. I'm with you, Randy, and especially
let it go.
Especially this is just like a PSA to all black folks. Do not use that word in public, especially in a corporate. I've seen people like in corporate settings use it. It's the craziest. This is what happens.
No.
This is the number one.
Man, you lying.
I swear. About it. Think about the mentality of us. Once you get comfortable, you just get comfortable, and that's when they make mistakes. Anytime you get comfortable, you start getting you get loose and you just make a mistake.
Yep.
And it could be in any environment. And I've heard people say it. I've also seen where we may go to a lunch with other coworkers, and then the music that you're playing has it. And I've had that conversation as someone that's mentored other people.
That's the easiest way to get comfortable.
That's the easiest way. And I said, because this is a real conversation I've had with somebody, and I was a mentor to this person, and I went up there and I was trying to figure out, kind of what the deal was, and struggling a little bit with work and just to see if I could figure it out. And he had a really good relationship with his partners, and we went to meet with a client, and he had two of the partners in the car, and I was in there, and he was talking about his weekend. He had like some crazy, CD playing with just, the N-word this, N-word that. He just talking crazy. And I said, here's the thing. After they got out of the car, I said, here's the thing. We have to be our best us every single time, 100%. Even if we don't feel like it, we have to. Right. So think about it this way. If those are your partners and they think you're cool and they probably want to hang out with you, but if they have a client that they don't want to put you in front of because they may think that you're hood or ghetto, you're never going to know about it because they perceive you a certain way just by the way that you act because you're so comfortable with them. You have to be professional at all times because you never know what opportunity you're missing because you're not getting it because they don't feel comfortable putting you in front of that customer. It could be like a CEO, CFO, somebody that you really want to meet with, but they're thinking, Brian kind of acts crazy. He says off the wall stuff, and I don't want him to ruin this relationship because he may get too comfortable with the customer. That's why you can't do that. So he